G'day YouTube, WarblesOn a lot here. Approaching midday. On the clock, at least, this is Eastern Standard Daylight Savings Time, so it's actually 3 minutes to 11 Eastern Standard Time. Therefore, local apparent mean time, it would be 10 minutes past 11, because the centre of the time zone is 130 miles west of here. So anyway, midday. And have you ever heard the saying, mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun? Well, here we sort of have a case of mad dogs and WarblesOn goes out in the midday sun. 35.5, 35.8, 36, 37.5, 37.1, 38, 2, 36, 2, 35, 9, 35, 7, 35, 5, 35, 2, 36, 34, 9, 36, 9, 35, 4, 37.5, 41, wow, 35.6. You see what I'm getting at? Anywhere from 35 to 41 degrees. And that is in the forest. Welcome to the fact that global warming is not a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese to inconvenience American business moguls. This is the Australian Liberal National coal-burning, fossil-fuelled heat wave. Soil moisture profile is down below 20%. The grass on the driveway and in the clearing is burned off and parched. I'm going to go back a month for contrast. New Year's Day, 34, 19, 22, 21, 21, 21, 23, 24, 29, 30 degrees, 32 degrees, 32 degrees, 32 degrees, 30 degrees, punctuated by 20.5 mils, 10.25 mils, 28, 26, 30, 29, 29, 26. Rain the night before, rain during the day. 26, 30, 29, 30 with 12.5 of rain. And we come to February the 1st. 32, 33, 33, 33, 32, 33, 33.6 of a mil of rain. 24.8 of a mil of rain. 26 with 0.75 of a mil of rain. Got a bit of fog in the morning, 33 degrees yesterday. So now, with the temperature at 35 degrees and rising, a cold beer would be nice. And here we have a fine example of 19th century technology manufactured at the start of the 20th century. 22, 21 degrees on the outside of the screens. 18.9, 18.4, 19.4, 19, 19.2, 19.2, 19, 19.1, 17.7, 18.7. And down in here, we have some beer. 20.1, 19.9, 18.1, 18.5, 18.7, 18.9. So simply 5 to 9 litres of water a day. And without burning anything, I can have 18 degree beer on a now 36 degree day. But as it happens, you're not allowed to drive when you're drunk. And between now and me starting to drink that cold beer, I have to drive to town and whippersnip my son's spare block of land. And I feel like drinking by about 2 or 3 o'clock, which will be the hottest part of the day. But if I wait till 2 or 3 o'clock and then have a couple of beers, I won't be able to drive to town at sundown and mow his lawn. So therefore, I have decided that it is time to go to town. Mad dogs and WarblesOn. Mows out in the midday sun. Or at least, as you can see, by the time I arrive in town, it will in fact be local apparent midday. And the car says that it's 38 degrees Celsius. We'll see how that changes once we get down off the top of the ridge. Okay, and now 37 degrees while driving up the road. And now that the ram air effect has cooled down the air inlet system, we're showing 36 degrees on the highway. And now that we're here, we're still looking at 36 degrees. It's a little known fact that as well as the workshop, young fella me lad also owns a spare block of land which starts here. And his neighbours, the reject shop, have requested that the jungle be mowed. Okay, local apparent midday, ready to start. Okay, we'll see if she'll start. I figured it would. Right, let's see how we go. Not too bad at all. Stayed on the alignment. Stayed precisely on the alignment. Okay. 3 minutes past 1. Midday, local apparent time. There we go. Done. I think it only took about 13 or 14 strings, but it took longer than I expected. The camera is showing a battery warning, so I don't actually dare leave it on pause for another 15 minutes to go back out to my place and crack the first beer. But that is what I am now about to do. Mad dogs and warbles on go out in the midday sun. Mow out in the midday sun on the hottest day, probably, of the year. Warbles on like the YouTube. Well, I hope it's the hottest day of the year. I know the sweat's running into my eyes. Ciao.